During the assessment of this course using the Quality Course Teaching and Instructional Practice Scorecard, there were 3 areas of the course scorecard that were exemplary and 3 that could use a great deal of work. The first area that stood out with a 100% rating of 4 out of 4 on the eQuip scorecard was the Accessibility, ADA Compliance, and Universal Design category. This category assessed the accessibility of the course and for all students, including those with disabilities. This approach received the perfect score because it uses the ADDIE model that the course is designed and tested, then evaluated to ensure the course passes all necessary compliance needed for a truly accessible course. The below chart are the findings from the scorecard. The second area was the class discussion and engagement section. This section originally was graded at 10 out of 16 because of the missing information, but after adjustment, this section received 100% or a 10 out of 10. The discussions were meaningful and aligned well with the course outcomes, as well as the instructor provided clear guidelines and participation expectations. The discussion posts in the course incorporated problem solving as well as prior knowledge or experience. It also gave the students the ability to comment or give feedback to other students to form student-to-student interactions. The final area of the course that was exemplary was the instructor role. The initial test showed a 15 out of 30, which was only 50%, but after adjustment it received a 15 out of 16, which is a 94%. The best part of this section is the instructor introduction, providing clear information and encouraging students and demonstrating respect to students. This section keeps students engaged with use of emails and discussion posts to involve students and keep them on track sent out weekly. There are 3 areas of the course that need improvement if it was to pass the eQuip's scorecard. These are course learning outcomes, assignments, and course content. The first is the course learning outcomes. The course only had 4 learning outcomes, but one was not written correctly. For a course learning outcome to be written correctly, it must have an action verb. For the second learning outcome for the course, this was not the case. Because of this, the course cannot truly be aligned with the course outcomes. In addition, many of the assessments are not aligned completely with the course outcomes. This is why this part of the course received a 9 out of 22 at first, which is a 41%, and after adjustment received a 9 out of 16, which is a 56%. Assignments was another area that scored low on the eQuip scorecard. It received a 9 out of 14 rating, which is a score of 64%. The largest areas that needed improvement in this category were variety of assignments, promoting student-to-student interaction, and giving the students a date calendar for dates that things are due. These 3 areas were scored very low. The variety of assignments was low and many assignments types were repeated. The only assignment that encourages student-to-student interaction were the discussion posts, and finally in the syllabus there was a schedule done by week but not by date specifically, which did not qualify as due dates. I would implement a group project and the use of some additional learning tools as projects such as creating a wiki in a group or individually and creating some games to teach portions of the content to involve the variety of assignments and add student-to-student interaction assignments. Finally, the last category was the course content that needed improvement. The overall assessment was 13 out of 18, which is 72. The largest area of the course that was the equal distribution of course content and lack of vital information for students. For example, there was no discussion of software or hardware requirements for this course, behavioral guidelines for the course, or navigation video or instructional manual. This can leave students to be lost for vital information, and the lack of equality in the course content can leave students overwhelmed as a part of the course and can affect the overall learning of the material. Overall, this category can be easily improved with some simple updates to syllabus and separating specifically week 4 and week 5 material into smaller chunks to better the learning of students. In conclusion, the course had some very successful parts and some parts that needs improvement to bring it up to the level of the rest of the course.
Created using Powtoon.